What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And today I just wanted to, on my last day of holidays, I just wanted to kind of give a retrospective on 2020 as a year and how it was for the world and how it was for me personally. I kind of like to do this stuff with my content sometimes, and I want to do this from here on out. And I also just want to talk about, what's ahead, like what's going to happen in the year to come and what I hope will happen in the year to come. But let's just talk about 2020 as a year. I think most people can agree that it was not a great year, and I've seen way too many people saying like, "Oh, this is a great year." It's like, no, it wasn't. It was a pretty bad year. But like, the thing I want to be honest about is like, for me, it wasn't a terrible year for me personally. There are kind of things actually like in my personal life that are actually starting to get a little bit worse now at the end of this year, or like happened at the end of 2020, leading into 2021. That are kind of affecting me worse than anything in 2020 as an actual year. And they're concerning things that are happening right now. Nothing like super serious, but things that are concerning me. And, but like 2020 is a year for me. Like one of my friends actually put this best. They said something along the lines of 2020 as a year had a weird way of tearing us apart physically, like putting walls between us. But at the same time, it had a way of bringing us together. I don't want to say their name because I don't want to give away their identity or say anything, that they might not want me to online. But that person really made me consider that, like, okay, that's true, because I formed a lot of bonds with people or was able to just, strengthen my relationships with people this year. A lot more than I was usually able to. And I mean, I think that's a pretty positive thing, for me personally. I like this year. I'm gonna talk about the year as a whole, just in general, like things that happened throughout the entire world. But I just wanted to kind of talk about my life personally, and like you guys can feel free to let me know in the comments because like as a channel, this is a Lego channel, obviously, but I do like to kind of have introspective discussions and just talk about life because I'm a pretty down-to-earth guy, and I like to hear about things, So if you guys have anything you want to tell me, just about the year as a whole, I'm perfectly fine to listen to that in the comments or really whatever you guys want to say. Obviously, I don't expect you to tell me everything, sorry, but, I'm perfectly fine with, sharing stories, about what happened this year and what we hope will happen in the year to come. But like I was getting back to what I was saying, my friend said something along the lines of, this year has a way of tearing us apart, but also bringing us closer together, which I think there's no truer statement than that in my mind about 2020 as a whole. Because, it was a bad year, in terms of, a lot of people were torn away from family, friends weren't able to see people, and for, very social people, in particular, kind of me, in some respects, it was tough, to deal with at first, but it also had certain ways of strengthening relationships between people and just, bringing out the best in a lot of people as we kind of, advocated for each other and, tried to help each other out, which I think was just really great. It does kind of show the strengths of humanity that we were able to make it through 2020. At least a lot of people were. I think that really goes to show, the strength of humanity and how, if we stick together, we work together, we can make it through. And, so that's kind of it on the introspective, personal discussion. And I'll just talk about, generally what happened this year in terms of, things that I enjoy in general and also just people out there in the world. We lost a lot of people this year. We lost a lot of really important people to the world. I have a couple people right here. We lost Chadwick Boseman. We lost Kirby Morrow, who voices Cole, and Jago, and many other shows as well. I believe he was in some Transformers stuff. But yeah, we lost those people. We also lost, the actor who portrayed Boba Fett in the original trilogy. I don't remember his name. It might come to me, but for now I don't remember his name. But we lost him. We lost David Prowse, who played Darth Vader, or like physically played him. Obviously, James Earl Jones is still around. And there are other people that we lost this year as well. Tom Kane, the voice actor who portrayed Yoda in the Clone Wars and many other forms of Star Wars media, recently had a stroke and is currently like is not able to speak properly, which is really just bad. Really sad to hear about that. So we've lost a lot of people, and bad things, like really bad things, have happened to a lot of people. And in my circle of like I guess you'd call it my friend circle, my social circle. We like there's I've lost a couple people this year. Not anyone that was like super duper close to me, but some people that I knew, and that it's obviously very sad that they died. Just very, very unfortunate. And there's some people around me that are going through things. Like my friends have relatives or friends that are going through something bad, and it's just really sad to hear. But it felt like every week I was hearing about some new person that was sick or had died or something bad's going on. And it's definitely, in that respect, it was not a great year. A lot of sad things happened, and then we just had this COVID thing, which was just the cherry on top of all things. And in case you're wondering what my stance is on the COVID thing, I do believe that we should be safe. And if we are to make it, I would like to believe that by the end of 2021, and hopefully by mid 2021, which is a little bit of hopeful thinking on my part, but hopefully at least by the end of 2021 we can have done away with this COVID thing, and it's at least slowing down or calming down, and the dust is starting to settle by the end of this year. But it really depends on the people. It depends on the people of the world to, be mature. Don't go out in public places. Don't spread the disease, and I'm doing my part. And I hope that all you guys out there, people who are watching this video, I hope that you are all doing that as well, because that's the only way we can put a stop to this. That's the only way that we can let the vaccines go out and let people, be cured, and just let this whole thing settle down. Is the only way that we can do that is if people respect the laws and are careful. And I hope that all of you out there and all of you who are watching this video are being careful, and I just are staying healthy, And then, going forward in this year, we've got a lot of movies that are coming out. Just want to talk about movies, obviously, or just things that are happening. We've got the in terms of Star Wars, we have the Bad Batch coming out, which I'm not super hyped for. It looks kind of interesting. We get to see the roots of Fennec Shand as a character who appeared in The Mandalorian, and we're getting the Book of Boba Fett, which I'm actually really looking forward to. So there are some cool things coming this year. We're getting the Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga game, and since I just got the PS4 for Christmas, I can now play that, so I'm really looking forward to that and hopefully playing that, because that looks awesome. And in terms of other things, we have, what else do we have happening? We've got, I think the Ghostbusters movie should be coming out, and the Black Widow movie, but those aren't really things that I'm hyped for, because, as you guys know, my hype for superhero movies is just dying down, and I'm not going to be going to any theaters anytime soon. I really don't want to, obviously spread the disease or get the disease from anybody, so yeah, 2021, it's got a lot of things up in the air. Like, we got all these movies coming out. We got, like, the James Bond. There's a lot of, like, stuff that was supposed to come out in 2020 and which didn't end up coming out in 2020. So it just really depends. Like, if we're gonna keep the cogs turning in the machine, of the filmmaking industry and all this other stuff, it really does depend on people doing their part, being careful, not spreading the disease. And I hope that all you watching this video are going to stay safe and stay healthy and just be careful about what they do and their social interactions. Because, yeah, the only way that we're going to put a stop to this, and the only way that we can, get basically get the world to start spinning again, is to be careful and do our part, play our part in this world, this machine, So yeah, that's I think that's pretty much all I have to say. 2020, not a great year. For me, it had some redeeming qualities to it. I know that might be kind of a controversial statement, but for me personally, I was able to strengthen my relationships and just improve some of the things that I go about in my life and the way I go about them. So for me personally, like as a human being, I was able to improve some things. But obviously for a lot of people and just overall, it was not a good year in many respects. But 2021, I think, has the potential to look up and we have a potential, as people, that we can, play, if we play our part, if we do what we can make things better, and we can, get the world spinning again, and keep working on this, keep being careful. So I think 2021 could end up being an improvement on the last year, but we'll just have to wait and see. So you guys, please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of 2020? What did it do for you personally? Like, did it make your life better? Were there certain improvements that you made to yourself, or was it just a bad year overall for you and just for the world as a whole? And do you think 2021 will be better? Do you think that improvements will be made? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know them all in the comments below. And of course, as always, I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe out there. Take care.